James, many congratulations.
Thank you.
Fabulous performance to book your place in the semi-finals of the Bergh World Matchplay. Just sum up what are the emotions like right now?
Magical. Enjoyed it. Really, really nervous. Felt that I probably could have done a little bit better. But what was good is I believe that he gave me the best of his game for 10 to 15 legs, and I feel that I was a little bit better, and I still wasn't at the peak of my game. So that's a positive, and that's a real compliment to myself. And I'm going to compliment myself because no one else is going to, and perhaps I should start doing. Now I'm 40. Am I 41 now? Jesus, I'm 41. So yeah, all is good.
How proud of you are you of that performance? Because it was a magical performance on a magical stage.
I'm not so much proud. It's the expectance of myself, and I believe I should do that every TV tournament better, and it's just nice to tick a box and boom, have that.
That middle section of the game, did you feel untouchable? Because it was almost as if you couldn't
I did for like 8 or 9 legs. I thought, don't matter what you do, sonny boy, you ain't good enough. And but that could have been the other way if momentum and rhythm would have gone with him. But I believe it should have been. I felt like I was going to play like one of the greatest games I've ever played, and I didn't. So, but I did enough.
James, many congratulations.
Thank you very much.
James, we know you as an excellent finisher.
That's a very bright light there.
That's his, I'm afraid.
All big ones have got big ones.
But scoring-wise, it's not something we usually see you. The amount of 180s you hit in that game.
I think ignorance is bliss as well from people like yourself. Statistically, but when it really crunches and when it really matters, when I do play well, that does happen. You're looking at an overall mediocre thing from what I can do, but I believe that everyone knows when I do play a big game, which I think that was a big game, could have been bigger, that does happen. And I think it's ill thought of for people to say that I can't do that or I don't do that, because I have done and I will do, and so I don't mean to be contradictory or like rude, but I think you need to look a bit more back over history when it's been against me what I've done, not when I've been going well. When it's been against me, it's not an uncommon thing to see what you've just seen.
You won this in 2007, a long time ago now. How do you remember that feeling?
It's a magical feeling, but I remember more that losing to the very best dart player in the world 5 or 6 times after that, when, if everyone's frank, if he wasn't there, I would have probably won 100 TV titles, He'd have helped my confidence grow, but he didn't, and he was here, unfortunately. But again, I was the only dart player to stop him after 7 years. 7 years of victorious events. Same as the Premier League, 47 or 48 games. I think it's 47, 48. 44 games, I was the only kiddie to do that then as well. So, I'm pumping myself up here because I can't rely on you to do that. They're facts and figures, and they're strong.
With performances like that, you must have the belief that this is a chance to go.
Oh, they're not good enough to win it, but they're good. They're good, and people stand back and go, okay, I've got to play a little bit better. Thank you.
James, in the past 12 months, you've made the Final Four of the Grand Slam, the Final Four now the World Matchplay, the European Championship final. Are you surprised and annoyed that you've sort of been overlooked, considering that you have performed on TV over the past year?
No, not really. I had pancreatitis and I wasn't very well for a long, long time. Really poorly. And I expect that, and this is different, so I accept it now. It's not that dart players have been better than me, it's not that I haven't been good enough. I've been through the wars and probably more than most dart players have. And as I said in lots and lots of interviews, I've only just gone, okay, it's a bit of my own fault, more probably my own fault, to be fair, rather than blaming everyone. Or big one. So it's don't think that I can't play darts anymore. I had a lot of personal problems and a lot of health problems before all of this happened. So don't think for 1 minute that I've been left behind. My own personal health and family comes before this game. And I've just started to come through that. So, yeah, so I'm going to just say it's not that everyone's that much better than me, especially, some of the other players. It's just that I haven't been good enough because I've had a lot of personal problems. And you can't harp on about that because no one believes it, no one thinks it. But that's the truth. It's not that everyone's head and shoulders above me now. It's that I've had my own personal problems. That's a strong word to use. Life's changed for me a lot. And don't think that because I'm not doing what I have done or not in the rankings where I am, it's not because James Wade can't play darts anymore. It's because James Wade has had a lot of personal problems, and there's a damn sight more important things in my life than just playing darts. And I've just started to come back to darts now, so not bad for someone that's just started to come back for darts, is it?
I mean, there are a lot of people who, if they've been through the stuff that you've been through, they might have really struggled to bounce back. But you're closing in now on the top 6.
Yeah.
Proud of that?
I should be in the top. In my opinion, I should be inside the top 10. It's not about. I've got my mental problems that I've got, with the ADHD and bipolar, but it's gone far deeper than that, physical problems as well. So I believe I should be inside the top 10. Unless I'm inside that top 10, I feel like I'm underachieving. But by God, there's some bloody great dart players about now. There really is some real good dart players. And there's also some very average dart players doing very, very well. And I'll just concentrate on the average ones. I leave the special ones to do what they do, and I can upset them, but the average ones, I'm after you.
Well, you mentioned great dart players there. You'll either face Dimitri or Luke Humphries. Those guys approach the game in very, very different ways. Luke Humphries, very rapid, gets some of it. Bergh can take his time. Will you approach the game differently?
I'm supposed to be a good boy with this interview. I disagree with what Dimitri does. I disagree with it to wholeheartedly. Luke Humphries, though, is a world-class player. He's a world champion, and he just plays darts. All of this stopping, standing back. You're all laughing and smiling, You all know what you think of it. So I'm going to say I don't think there's need for it. But if that's how he needs to play the game and that's how he wants to play the game, there's no rules in it. He's a lovely kid as well, So it amazes me when he goes up there, he does all that stuff. It's a bit beyond me. But then also I'm a bit old-fashioned and a bit boring, and So we'll see who wins. I think it'll be a really close game. I really do. The more I think about it.
James, a huge well done on the win.
Thank you, sir.
James, congratulations. You've spoken about the issues you've had away from the ball.
Yeah.
Last few years here, you haven't quite hit the height.
No.
You also have a great history here. So does that almost make this run that much more special, being back doing something great where you've done so much?
Not really. I mean, I got personal issues and so don't think I'm making excuses, because every single dart player in this room or in this tournament has had personal issues. I believe mine have been a little bit amplified or magnified because of my own personal character. I've spent too much time around my family rather than just coming here to play darts, and that's my own fault. So I feel pretty good. I think next one will be whoever it is, Dimitri or Luke, will be the hard one. But to be fair, if I play as solid and as steady as I did there, I probably won't be that far away.
And obviously, you reached the final here. There's a Grand Slam spot on the line. Is that something that factors into your thinking at all?
Not really. I've been doing it for 20 years. It's a bonus, isn't it? Right? I think. I mean, what was I when I walked into the tournament? 100 to 1, 200 to 1, something like that. I think.
About 100 to 1, I think.
Yeah. One more than anyone else in the tournament, apart from one. It's not bad odds, is it? Bit of money there, bit of value. So it's I'd love to be in the Grand Slam. That's a massive thing for me, especially where my rankings are at the moment, because I'm really right down there. So, you know, I'd like to. I'm not going to go too far because you've got to, what is it? You've got to do the walk before you do the talk or whatever it is. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.